Hello and welcome to this week's Grumpy Sound Guy show. I hope everyone is having a wonderful new year. This is the first Wednesday in January. We took last Wednesday off between Christmas and New Year's just to kind of get everything together for our New Year's Eve stuff. And actually, I was a little bit under the weather. If I still sound like I'm a little bit under the weather, I am. I had a horrible sinus infection all through the holidays, which just made the holiday season extra special. But today we're going to talk about basic fundamental things that everyone should know about using a microphone, using a wired mic and a wireless mic. We're going to cover everything in this video. It's kind of a 101 level video, but don't let that discourage you. Don't tune out, okay? Because as a sound engineer, I can't tell you how many seasoned professionals that I have worked with who have no idea how to hang a mic up on a clip, how to get a wireless mic in and out of the clip, or even that there's two different sizes of mic clips. So those are all things we're going to cover in today's video. But before we dive into all that, please subscribe to this channel. Please subscribe. Please share these videos with your bandmates and with people that you know can benefit from this kind of content and this kind of information. We desperately need your support here to build this channel in a manner to where I have more resources to be able to give you more of this kind of information for free and to be able to really help you guys out. I don't necessarily want to move into a Patreon thing because I kind of want this to be free to the public. You know, it's information I've learned over the years. My website, we're going to roll out subscription-based stuff there for maintenance and other kind of stuff or whatever. But as far as this kind of information, I really want this to be, something I can provide, a service I can provide for you that helps CLP Audio get some awareness of who we are as a production company, as well as put some tools in your toolbox on how to be the best professional you can be and how not to piss off your sound guy. So, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, all the above, man, so you know what's going on. We're here every Wednesday at 8 p.m. on YouTube, and make sure you check out our shorts that happen on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and here on YouTube as well. Every day I put out a 1-minute short where I'm usually ranting about something in the business, or we're talking about gear, or whatever conversation is, on the table for that week. So without further ado, let's move into this. So I have a boom mic stand here, nothing special, just a regular mic stand. I prefer the DR Pro, I think is what this is. Yeah, DR Pro mic stands. They're a musician's friend or Guitar Center brand. I think they're the ones that really kind of sold these stands. A lot of guys are into the KMs and these other brands that really have kind of cheesed out over the last several years, probably the last 10 years. The DR Pro is a $75, $80 boom stand, and I mean, it's built like a tank. It lasts. I always love seeing these. I have two completely different sets of mic stands for the two different rigs that I have that go out, and then a handful of them kind of scattered around in my truck and other stuff. When my band is out, I always, have an extra one there or whatever. So, I can't recommend the DR Pro mic stand enough. The trigger one, the straight stand with a steel base that has the trigger to go up and down, that one, I've had a couple of those, and they didn't really hold up that well. I really honestly like the Atlas brand straight stands, just kind of the old school, big, heavy, meaty, straight stands that have the twist thing that tightens the extension from going up and down. They just seem to last. I have two in each one of my mic stand kits. So, let's start there with the mic stand. It is what it is. I typically buy boom stands, especially in today's market, because people want to hang an iPad or something on the stand, and even if the singer is doing nothing but singing, they typically will ask for a boom stand because they want to be able to get that iPad, a foot or a half, 2 feet out in front of them or whatever, so they can keep up with their electronic set lists or any cheat sheets they have going on. So I typically only buy boom stands. I keep 2 straights in each kit just because every now and then I get somebody who wants a straight stand. So that being said, let's start off with the mic clips. So there's 2 different mic clips. These are the mic clips. This is a wireless mic clip. It is bigger because a wireless mic body is bigger. This is a standard mic clip. Basic, Shure, kind of thing, because a standard wired mic has a smaller body. So let's hang this. Let's start with the wired version. Let's hang this on the stand real quick and just kind of give you some pointers on just how to hang this thing, because this will make the most sense to you, because I think this is how people usually view how they should hang a mic stand. They will notice that this is an SM58, great mic, it's been around since the 60s. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, and Shure didn't. And I just recently seen an article about a review, like a shootout of all microphones under, what was it, $300 or $400 or something other, and the 58 was still like, SM58 was still like top 3 or something or whatever. And it's a $99 microphone. I keep them everywhere in all my mic kits. I have 2 or 3 mic kits. I have other mics. There are better vocal mics. I'm not saying there's not. But if you want a good all-around mic that can, take a beating and handle the rigors of the road, you can't go wrong with an SM58. If you want to get fancy, go with a Beta. I tend to use more of the SE Electronics V7s these days, because it's kind of like a Beta 58 without the proximity. It's got a rubber mount diaphragm, so you don't hear handling noise as much. It's just kind of tweaked. It's like a Beta 58 tweaked, and it has everything you love about a Beta 58 without everything you hate about a Beta 58, which really isn't much. But nevertheless, SM58, pretty standard thing. If you notice, most microphones have these 2 little holes there. One is an ejection anchor, and the other one is a set screw that holds the guts inside the microphone. That will line up perfectly with this ejection button that is on the mic cable, or as we call it, an XLR cable. This is just a standard XLR mic cable. When those line up, it clicks in, so now it's locked. It won't come out. Now, I tell you that because I know that seems super obvious, but stick with me here. I tell you that because then when you go to hang it on the stand, make sure that's on the top opening part of the clip. Because if you turn it over and do that, you could easily hit that ejection button and it comes off. See what I'm saying? Especially when you're pulling it out, because it puts a little tension on the cable itself. So see how the cable goes into that. You got the little ejection thing. Always be conscious of where that ejection button is so that you don't accidentally unplug it. I've seen some guys grip the mic so tight that they hit that ejection button with their finger and the mic comes off while they're singing. And then, of course, everybody looks at the sound guy like, "What'd you do, idiot?" And it's like, I'm not holding a microphone. What are you looking at me for? Here's the jackass that don't know how to use a mic, and a mic cable. So I'm always careful about where that ejection button is, and I always, or release button, I always, put it in the top of the clip. If you come onto my stage at any time, regardless of what mics I'm using, when it's a standard wired mic, you'll always find that at the top of the clip. That way, if you pull it out, it doesn't hit anything, doesn't come unplugged. When you put it back up, you're good to go. So that's wired mics. So let's move on to wireless mics. Here is an Audix wireless mic. Notice the difference. Let's do it this way. Notice the difference in size, how the Audix is a much bigger body. All wireless mics are like that. Wireless mics have a much bigger body because, obviously when you open it up, there's a battery cavity in there, where you got batteries going on, and, there's a UV thing to be able to sync it with the processor or the receiver. So 2 different sizes. So if you try to put this in a standard mic clip, it will not work. It will not work. If you manage to force it down in there, you're probably going to break this clip, or you're at the very least going to overstretch it and probably make it useless moving forward. So that's why they created its own mic clip, the wireless mic clip. See what I mean? And that's how you put it in and out of the clip. Let me hang this on the stand for a second and show you something. You do not put You do not hang the wireless mic the same way you do a wired mic. Like you've seen me do just a few minutes ago with the wired mic, where you would put it in from the end and slide it down into the clip. You do not do that with the wireless clip. You can, but if you're someone like me who labels all of my microphones so I know which mic is going where, we typically put that at the bottom of the mic because you hold it here. And when you hold it here, the sweat on your hand washes off the labeling that we have on the tape. See, that says 1, that's mic number 1. So when you have it up here, sometimes the adhesion gets on the person's hand. It's just an uncomfortable thing. So we usually put it at the bottom of the mic. Well, if you slide the mic in there, what's it do? It's tearing the tape all up. It's causing you problems there. These are made to just slide right in, clip right into the top of it. Let me do that again. See, watch. Now, let's be conscious of the fact that this microphone is probably going through a big giant sound system that's going to make that little bump that happens right there, a little bump. It's going to make that kind of bump in the system. So the way you do that is use both hands and slowly slide it down. You're just going up and down with it. You're not sliding it in, you're going up and down. And it's the same thing when you come out. So you go slowly in, that way you don't have a bump in the sound system, you're not, pissing off a sound engineer. And then, hold it with your left hand when you pull it out of the clip. Right there, that left hand. Sometimes if you put it in at an angle, you can slowly ease your way into it, and then you can pull it out. It's a 2-hand procedure. You can do it with one hand if you're careful. Then again, you might get the little bump. It's not the end of the world. I'll tell you this, your sound guy is going to be less worried about that little bump than what he's going to be about you jacking up his tape on the mic and, fighting the thing in and out and all that kind of stuff, because these are made to fit really snug on these. So when you're trying to slide it down into the clip like that, a lot of times you jack up the dynamics of your mic stand. Where if you just do it like that, easy cheesy, man. Easy cheesy. And I can't tell you, notice the left hand, I can't tell you how many times I've seen guys who have been singing in wireless mics for 30 years who don't know how to do that. It just doesn't even make any sense to me. I honestly can't wrap my head around that. Like, how have you been in this business all this time and not know how to do that? Again, left hand, study the mic. On, left hand, right hand, take the mic off. It's that easy. It really is that easy. Everyone loves wireless mics. I love wireless mics because it's less stuff, less cables I got to run to the downstage area, the front of the stage. So that's how that works. It's not rocket science, guys. It really isn't. It's not rocket science. Left hand, kind of steady your mic in. Left hand to hold the clip, take the mic out. It's that simple. I just think that no one really takes the time to research these kind of videos to learn the absolute fundamentals of what we do, and why we do what we do. And that there's reasons why you put a wired mic into the clip with the release button on top. Why we use both hands to take the wireless mic on and off the clip. Reasons behind all that stuff, and I hope these reasons that I gave you really helps you out and to shed some light on you, on your performance and how you approach the mic stand, how you approach the microphone. The other side of this, and I guess we can kind of, we got a couple minutes left here, we can kind of get into this, is that, how should I sing into the mic? That's a controversy. I just seen a guy online about, a month ago, do this whole rant about how you're not supposed to eat the mic. And that means have the mic right against your lips. Listen, what he's saying is technically right if you were in the studio, okay? But if you're a whisper singer, which you guys who follow my content know that I talk about whisper singers all the time, you need to have that mic right against your lips, not against your chin, not like this, right against your lips. Eat the mic if you're a whisper singer. Now, correct mic technique dictates that as you sing louder, you pull the mic away from your face. That's correct mic technique. The problem that we see in this business most is that People have what I call dyslexic mic technique, which means they pull the mic away when they're singing softer, especially if they're going for a high note. And basically what they're trying to do is mask the fact that they're unsure if they can hit that note. Well, here's the reality of it. We can still hear you singing the note. So you're not masking anything. You're just pulling the volume back on it and driving your sound guy nuts because people are complaining to him that they can't hear your vocal because you don't have correct mic technique. Against the lips, if you're a singer, like I have a friend of mine who fronts a band over in Northern Virginia, a female singer who has just this huge, gigantic voice. She sings through a Super 55, the square, old school looking mic. And she keeps that thing, probably about this far away from her face. No problem whatsoever, but she projects really well. If you have a singer who's well trained and well versed in how to use a microphone, they will project in a manner to where, yeah, you can be right here. This is how the mic was designed. But in a live application, eat the mic, eat the mic, eat the mic. Put it right against your lips, get it as close to your mouth as you can. And this angle, whatever you do, don't cup the mic. Don't do that. Don't cup the mic because it makes it completely destroys all the warmth and body of your vocal. And it just sounds like your vocal's kind of coming through a telephone. It makes it very mid-rangey. And if you're on monitor wedges and in a high volume environment in a small room, if you cup the mic, it will cause all kinds of feedback issues. So then, your sound engineer is having to EQ the daylights out of your monitor mix, and then your monitor mix sounds like poop, So, don't cup the mic. Don't cup the mic. Keep your hand behind the ball. I tell some guys, if you want to go for that look, I get the look. You want to go for be cool, like 50 Cent or whoever you see on, TV that cups the mic all the time. Just do the thumb. Just do the thumb. That's not going to kill anything. And then you still kind of got that aggressive look. Let me do it this way. You still kind of got that aggressive look, but you're not cupping the mic. See, look. It's a nice little cheat thing. It's not optimal. It's you shouldn't do it, but if you're gonna do it, let's pick the lesser of the two evils and go that way. And then some people even use their thumb as a reference on their lips. So now the mic isn't touching my mouth, it's just right at where my mouth is, and my thumb is kind of guiding me a little bit that way. But I'm still not cupping the mic. I'm allowing the back reference point of the microphone to breathe and do what it's supposed to do. So yeah, ultimately, this is correct. Right here, this is correct. You can go down low. Don't go all the way down on a wireless mic because that's where the antenna is. And I know people that will hold it way down here. Sometimes, not all the time, depending on how expensive of a wireless system you're using. Sometimes this will cause interruptions in the signal, and then your mic your mic's cutting in and out while you're trying to talk. Don't cover that. See the bottom, that little cone-shaped thing? Every wireless mic has something similar to that on the handheld unit that is the antenna. Don't cover that. That's wrong. Don't do that. Don't cup the bottom. Don't cup the top. Hold the mic in the middle. That's the best place to hold it. If you want an aggressive look but still be correct, pull your thumb back behind the ball. Boom. Still got an aggressive metal look. You're ready to sing some Swedish death metal now or something like that. If you want to, choke up on the mic a little bit and do the thumb technique, that's fine. Just stay away from the bottom of that ball because it just robs you of all the warmth in the body that we're trying to get out of your vocal. So yeah, mic technique is half the battle with most middle market singers. If you can eat the mic and project the best you can project, and the problem I'll probably see most with male and female singers is when they're singing lower register stuff. Especially like in a lot of cover bands that I mix, there's females singing guy songs. So the females are way down in their lower register of their voice trying to sing. They don't have any volume, they don't have any projection in that. Eat the mic, get it right against your lips. Again, not on your chin, against your lips, or like this. We sterilize all of our microphones after every show, after every band. If it's a multi-band event, my guys are wiping down mics and stuff between bands. We do everything we can do to keep that stuff clean. If you're carrying in your own mic, I still suggest that you sterilize it after every show. but you don't have the worry of spreading germs with someone else by having it against your lips like that. I know some guys who on wired mics wouldn't touch the mic because in the old days of Class A amplifiers and stuff like that, there was grounding issues, and if you didn't have your grounds correct, you'd get a little shock, especially if you're a guitar player holding an electric guitar, and then when you touch the wired mic, you'd get a little buzz on your lip. So some guys just kind of got into the habit of never putting the mic against their mouth because of that. Wireless, it's a completely different animal. You know, you're not connected physically to anything. So even if there was something wrong electrically, you're not going to get that buzz on your lips. You know, so eat the mic, eat the mic, eat the mic, eat the mic, especially in that lower register stuff. Country music is a great example of that. I know some guys that are trying to sing like Josh Turner songs who has this like super sick low voice, nice big fat low voice. They don't really have it that way. See, a lot of people don't think of it like that. When they think about vocal register, they're always thinking about how high can I go. They never think about how low you can actually sing. And I know a lot of female vocalists that got just crazy upper register, but then have almost nothing lower register. And that's where the band just really needs to be super smart about song selection and picking songs that she can sing best or he can sing best. Look, man, if you're a tenor guy singer, male singer, don't sing Josh Turner, okay? There's like a bazillion other, country songs by tenor singers that would be right in the meat of what you do. This comes back to my videos that I talk about playing to your strengths. Play to your strengths. Whatever that vocal range is that you do best, play to that, play to that. So I hope that helps you guys. I hope mic technique is a huge deal. If you're singing louder, pull it away. If you're singing softer, eat it. But whatever you do, keep it in front of your mouth. Don't get like this and all like this or whatever. And the thing that drives me nuts, and you've all seen it, is when you're doing a festival and then some MC has to come up who's never used a microphone before, and they're down here trying to talk. And then people are like, hey, I can't hear the vocal. Well, yeah, you need to put the mic up to your face. The mic is made to be in front of your face, not, at chest level. And they do that. So then the sound guys got the mic so incredibly hot that the least little thing that goes wrong, or if they get close to a speaker or something, it's going to feed back. Keep the mic up to your mouth. If you ever see me addressing the public, this is how it's going to be right here. I keep it right there, just off my lips, sometimes right on my lips, because I want people to hear what I have to say. And those that want to argue that, hey, that's clipping my channel and blah, 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 this, that, and the other, you need to learn how to mix, my friend. You need to learn how to use compression. You need to learn how to get proper gain structure and make those things work in your favor for a strong singer that has a mic close to their mouth. That's something that's very easily dealt with. The only time I ever run into problems is if they can out-sing the diaphragm on the handheld itself. I have had that. But guess what? These have volume controls too. So I get in here and I adjust the gain, turn it down on the handheld itself. Problem solved. Problem solved. And they can have it right against their mouth and sing as loud as they want to sing, and we're still going to be okay with it. We're still going to be able to make that sound good, and you're giving us everything that we need to be able to make you the best you can possibly be. Hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I hope it taught you something. I hope you got something out of this. I know these are things that drive me crazy as a sound engineer, and I hear all my other buddies, sound engineer buddies, complain about it as well. Proper mic technique. Hanging the mic and taking the mic off the stand itself, things that you got to know to work in this business. I'll see you next week.